Hey, everyone. Welcome back. I'm so excited to be coming in with you guys, as always, on Wednesday. Let me know that you're here, where you're watching from. I am going to log in to the business page really quick so I can share this. I'm streaming on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So if you are watching on TikTok, just know that you will have to get into my private Facebook community in order to be able to see the slides. Okay, so today we're talking about mastering your DMO for profits. Okay, so let me know in the comments if that is something that you have struggled with before. And I'm going to walk you through today your DMO, what that looks like, what the importance of it is, and stick with me until the end because I have a free resource for you. Okay. So we are shared into my private community. Again, if you want to see the slides today, then make sure that you jump in the free community so that you can have access to those. Okay. And I do want to apologize as well if for any reason, any point, that the Wi-Fi is kind of wonky or I start lagging. I don't know about you guys, but we have had like some severe weather on like here in Mississippi. Okay. So every single day it's like thunderstorms. The radar looks terrible. So if I lag at all, I apologize. You can tell I've got a shadow over me because it's actually dark. My office is in a sunroom, so it's all windows. So it's really affected by the light outside. But I want you to drop in the comments, what is your current issue with your DMO? And for those of you that don't know what a DMO is, this is your daily method of operation. So it's what are you doing for your business every single day? Okay, so I want you to let me know in the comments before we get started so I kind of know where everyone is currently with their DMO, because I think it's really important for me to gear the training to where you are and what your biggest issues are. And then I want you to make sure that we keep this interactive, right? I do these trainings every single week. I've done them every single week for 2 years now in my Facebook group. And then of course, over the last year, I've started streaming them elsewhere. But I really want to know what you're struggling with. And I want this to be interactive. So if you have questions at any point in time, make sure to drop them. That's why I come live. That's why I do these trainings. And I want you to understand that, this is not just me talking at you. I want these to be interactive. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. And like I said, if you're on TikTok, you won't be able to see the screen, but just know that you can get into the Facebook group. It's free. Don't charge anything to be in the community. And we will go from there. Okay. So let me present. I'm going to put this in presenter mode. Make sure you guys can see it. All right. So it's always a pain sharing on StreamYard for some reason because you guys can't see. Perfect. All right. So mastering your DMO for profits. So let's dive right in. I'm really excited about this. This is something that I work on a lot with my students in my programs because knowing your DMO is so important for you to be able to be successful in your business. Because if you feel currently like you are so scattered in your business and you are not seeing a result, 9 times out of 10, it comes down to your DMO. Okay. So when you're having that feeling of like, oh my God, I have so many things to do, or at the end of the day, you're feeling like I didn't get what I was supposed to get done today, or, that overwhelming feeling of like, I don't know if I'm doing all the right things. I'm not making sales. What's going wrong? What am I not doing that I'm supposed to be doing? Right. So all of those feelings a lot of times come down to your DMO and your disorganization of it. Okay. And I get it. I'm a mom of 3. I'm a special needs mom. I have active kids. They're out of school right now. So life's been wild the last 2 months. I can relate to everything that you're saying. But until you master your DMO, you're going to continue to have that feeling. And I'll be honest with you, Sometimes even when you have mastered your DMO and you do know what you're doing every day for your business, it still can feel that way because your list is getting longer and longer and longer of all the things you want to do. Maybe you saw, okay, this creator said, I need to have funnels. I don't have funnels. Oh my God, I got to create funnels. Well, if I spend all day creating funnels, I'm not going to get my content posted for the day. And then I get behind and all of that wishy-washy. So having a DMO can really help you understand and set goals for your business. Okay. So for those of you that are new, I do like to introduce myself when I do these trainings every week. We have new people that come into the community every day. I have new people that find me on IG or TikTok every day. And like I said, everything that I teach in these trainings is from experience. Okay. This is not ChatGPT wrote me a training for you guys. This is 2 years of me building this business and offering value based on the mistakes that I've made. So hopefully you don't make the same mistakes. Okay. So for those of you that are new, I'm Elise Smith, mom of 3, like I said, multi 6-figure business owner. I hit 6 figures in my first business in less than 6 months. I pivoted because I realized that wasn't the business for me. So if you're someone who's watching and you're considering pivoting, don't be afraid. Okay. If you did it once, you can do it again. So I pivoted about a year into my business, changed my offers, changed my product suite. I went on to hit 100,000 in sales in less than 6 months again. Okay. So I don't say that to brag. I'm not one that throws a lot of screenshots on my stories. I don't, share my bank accounts and my reels like some people do. I think that's weird. But I share that for you to know that I've made results based on what I'm doing currently, and I'm teaching other people to get those same results. And I also like to share that I hit $100,000 twice because I want you to see that it wasn't by accident, right? I see a lot of these reels on Instagram. I haven't really seen a lot of it on TikTok, but that are like, I feel like I cheated at life. I hate those reels. Can I say that? I did not. No, I worked my ass off, right? So I can't stand that I cheated at life or I hit 6 figures on accident. That's bull crap. Okay. And that's the reason I like to share that I've done this not once, but twice. When I pivoted, because it's proven strategies, it's proven action steps. It's not by accident. Okay. I didn't get lucky and have a reel go viral and my bank account blow up. It doesn't work that way. So without further ado, let's dive into the training. So first I want to define what is a DMO. Okay. So your DMO it stands for daily method of operations. And if you're someone who's in network marketing or you've been in network marketing in the past, I hear a lot of network marketers call it income producing activities, IPAs. I've also heard it referred to as your money-making tasks. So your MMT, doesn't matter. Your DMO is essentially your daily game plan. It's the set of activities or tasks you're committing to do every day to move your business forward. Okay. And like I said, stick with me until the end of the training. I've put together an amazing resource for you that's going to help you not only create your DMO if you don't currently have one, but if you do currently have one, kind of find the gaps of maybe what you need to change or tweak. So stick with me till the end. I spent an hour creating this for you guys. So don't leave on me yet, but your DMO are the tasks you commit to doing every day to move your business forward. So it's your roadmap to how you're going to grow your business, right? And it's a way for you to ensure you're always taking consistent action towards your goals. So when you have those days where you're like, oh my God, I didn't do anything for my business today, and you feel that guilt, it goes back to your DMO. If you knew what you were doing every day, you had a plan of action, you had a roadmap, one, it gets so much faster. Okay. When I started like listing out my DMO, I'm a checklist person. Again, I'm going to share some resources of what I use for you guys to see. When I started like tracking my DMO better, it became faster. What was taking me an hour takes me 15 minutes because I have a plan. I go in, I attack it, and I get it done. It also helps me a lot, like I said, busy mom, that I can have this DMO tracked. So I know, okay, Friday, we got 2 doctor's appointments. We got to go get school shoes. We got all these other things we got to do. And I know that, okay, maybe I do the first couple tasks of my DMO in the morning and the rest in the afternoon. So you don't get to the end of the day and go, oh crap, I forgot to do this. Or you're laying in bed going, I didn't post that 3rd TikTok today. Oh my gosh. Like you're panicked. When you have a plan, you're going to see results. Okay. You're going to have better success. What is that saying? When you failing to plan is planning to fail, right? That's so true. It's cliche, but it's so true. So having a solid DMO helps you stay organized. Okay. Stay organized so that when life gets in the way, you're not stressed about it, or you don't have that mom guilt because you worked your business 12 hours today and didn't get a sale, or you don't have that business entrepreneurial guilt of I didn't do anything today that I was supposed to do, right? It also helps you maintain focus. So it's going to help you be more productive. That is one thing that I have done for myself, and I share this in my free resource that I'm going to give you guys, is that I have actually planned, and I'm a full-time entrepreneur, so this would have to fluctuate based on your schedule and your availability, but I have planned out not only my daily DMO, but my weekly DMO and my monthly DMO. And so what I mean by that is I don't do any Zooms, any trainings, any calls on Mondays or Fridays. Fridays, I'm actually off. So Socially Awesome's closed. Mondays is administrative tasks. So I have daily DMOs. So I know, okay, I'm not getting interrupted on Mondays having, okay, I got a call for 15 minutes. Okay, let me get back to content creation. Okay, now I got to go back to email. Like I can get super clear and super focused. And you can do this too. Even if you work a 9 to 5, you can have a daily DMO. So you know, these are the 10 tasks I'm doing every day. These are the specific tasks I'm doing on Monday. Like the more clear and concise you can be, the better focus you'll be and the better result you'll get. So I very often have people say, I don't know how you do everything that you do. One, I'm a mom, so I'm kind of a superhero, and a lot of you are too. But it's by having a plan. It's by having a plan. I don't fly by the seat of my pants, okay? It's also going to boost your productivity, which is what we talked about. You're going to get faster at it. So when you have a DMO, what's taking you an hour right now could potentially take you 15 minutes. Because you're going to have a method of operations. You're going to do it every single day. It's going to become muscle memory, and it's going to become faster. Okay. And you didn't start your business, I don't think you did, to spend 24/7 on your phone, right? To spend 24/7 on social media. That's not why you started. So start making a plan to get off social media. Okay. And then it's also going to ensure that you're making progress every day. So when you have that feeling of, oh my God, I've been posting these videos for like 90 days and I haven't made a sale yet. I'm doing all the things they're telling me to do. I'm engaging 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after, blah, blah, blah. You're going through all of this feeling of you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing and you're still not seeing a result. Are you tracking your DMO? Do you know, okay, I've done this consistently every single day for 90 days. What's not working? Right? So how can you get better or optimize if you're not tracking your metrics? So we talk a lot about social media metrics. We talk about a lot about social media analytics, but what about your daily tasks? Are you tracking if it's working or not? Because if you're doing the same thing for 6 months and it's not yielding a result, I hate to tell you, but consistency, if you're consistently doing the wrong thing, it's still not going to bring a different result, right? It's like the definition of insanity. So it's going to ensure that you're making progress every day. Okay. So in order to master your DMO, because that's what today's training is about, to master it and your daily routine, first you have to understand what's not working, what's failing, what needs to change, right? So for those of you that have been doing this for 90 days plus, and maybe you're not seeing the result you want, the first thing you have to do is evaluate, what have I been doing that's not working, that's not bringing a result, right? Because just writing it on a checklist and saying done, 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 that's not going to bring a different, it's going to bring the same result. It's not going to bring a different result. So a DMO is not just having a damn checklist. It is having a method of operations, okay? And operations, for your sense, is sales, okay? So when you get a hold and you let go of your old routine, you can create a space for a new one, right? So maybe you've been doing the same thing for 6 months. It's not working. Now we're going to create you a DMO that you know you can be successful with. And we're going to make sure that your DMO connects to your purpose, your behavior, and your goals. Okay? Because if it's not aligned to your purpose, your behavior, or your goals, of course it's not bringing a result. Again, just having a checklist of all the shit you need to do and you haven't gotten done, and then your husband comes in and says you gotta I need you to do this, and you got to get grocery shopping, and you start adding all this crap to your to-do list. If it's not aligning to your goals, of course, it's not going to bring the result that you want. It's not implementing action towards that next step. Okay. So when your goals are congruent with your behavior, then achieving them becomes effortless. It really does. And I know I'm not here to say I never downplay business. I hate when people are like, I started this little side hustle and now I'm a 6-figure business owner. I'm sorry. If you're making 6 figures according to the IRS, it's not a side hustle anymore. Okay. And you didn't get there by accident, right? But it does become effortless or easier to implement when you know what you're doing every day is moving the needle. Okay. You become more confident, you have more clarity, and hopefully more sales, because we have identified your money-making tasks and what you need to do every single day to make money for your business. Okay. So why should you care about having a DMO? And some of this is going to be a little repetitive, but I want to like beat a dead horse here a little bit. Consistency is key. So a DMO is going to keep you consistent. Okay. Some of you are already like, look, I'm the consistent queen. Like, I've been showing up every day. Cool. Is what you're consistently doing bringing the result that you want? If it's not, there's a disconnect, right? So success doesn't happen overnight. Again, I can't stand those reels that are like, I cheated at life, blah, blah, blah. Like, I hate those, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent daily efforts. Okay. Your DMO is going to ensure that you are consistently working on your business every single day. Now, I'll be honest, most of the time I unplug from social media on the weekends, especially, when I've had like a long week, or I'll log on, post my content. Some of my content's pre-scheduled, but I don't check emails. I really don't check DMs on the weekends. I know some people don't agree with that, but my business is not open 24/7. Okay. I treat my online business just like I would treat a bakery if I had an in-person bakery. All right. I treat it exactly the same, because if I don't, and I am working 24/7, what's the point, right? What is the point? I started this business to have freedom, right? So I want to make sure that any amount of time that I'm plugged into my business, it is to make a sale or to move the needle or make a bigger impact. That is my goal. Okay, that is my goal. It is not to work 24/7. It is not to have the most followers. That is strictly my goal, is to make sure that I am moving the needle. I am making an impact. I am aligned with my business goals, and having a DMO makes sure that you stay consistent with that. And I'll give you a real life example here so that you can kind of understand this more in a literal sense. So let me know in the comments if you have struggled with shiny object syndrome or imposter syndrome. Okay, let me know. I want to know in the comments. Like, is that something that you have struggled with in the past? Right? So you're like, oh my gosh, Susie just posted another sale. I've been doing everything she's doing. What is going wrong? Blah, blah, blah. Right? So if that is you, then you are consistently plugged into someone else's results, right? You are plugged in to what they are doing. And that pulls you away from your own DMO. And that makes you second guess what you're doing every day, right? So when you have a DMO, it's going to make you stay consistent with your strategy and stop giving a shit about what everyone else is doing. Okay. But when you don't have a DMO, of course you're plugged into what everyone else is doing, because all you're doing is focusing on them. Okay. Also, time management. So I hate to break it to you, but we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Okay. We do. A DMO helps you make the most of your time, ensuring you're working on those high impact, high income activities. So depending on what you do for work, right? I worked in an office setting. I did digital marketing for a franchisee before I started my first business online. And I had a schedule. On Tuesdays, I had this call. On Thursdays, I had this call. On Mondays, we did this review. On Fridays, we did check-ins. I had a schedule, right? because my boss was managing my time, rightfully so. That's their job, right? But making sure that I was staying on task, making sure that my time is being managed, making sure that, the 45 hours a week I was working was moving the needle for that business. Why are you not doing the same thing for your business? Right? And I know it's very easy. We're all in different walks of life. I see people, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook right now. We're all in different walks of life. So it's really easy to be like, well, I don't have time because I have 2 toddlers at home. Okay, cool. So when do you plan to work your business? Right? When? Because I can tell you this, I am not a person that makes content that says, if you have Wi-Fi and 1 to 2 hours a day, I hate that shit. But if you give me 1 hour, I promise you I can get 10 times more done than most people. And that's because I'm going to strategically use every single minute. And that comes from someone, okay, I'm not here to make medical claims, with severe ADD, severe, okay, like diagnosed ADD. All right. And I'm still more productive than 99% of people because I am only going to work on things that are going to move the needle. So what does this look like? I want to give you some life examples, right? Because it's very easy for you to sit there and say, well, I am doing that. You don't need to reorganize your Canva. You don't need to, reorganize your Google Drive. You don't need to, reword your stand store every day. None of that's making money for you, honestly. Okay. Putting all the pictures on your phone into albums, it's not really making money for you. Is it important for the organization of your business? Yes. Should it be scheduled? Yes. But if you only have 1 hour in the day and you're using 30 minutes of it to organize your digital assets or organize, your Google Drive, you are wasting time. You're wasting time. Okay. Massive action will make you more money all day long, ignorance on fire, than your organized, pretty polished Canva. All right. It is so important. So again, those business tasks are important. Like me going through my QuickBooks and tagging all of my business transactions, that's important, obviously, for the IRS, okay, and my CPA, but that's on my calendar. You're letting these little tasks that you think you need to do distract you from your money-making tasks. And 9 times out of 10, it's because you're procrastinating doing something you don't want to do. You don't want to post that reel today because the last 20 reels you've posted haven't gotten the views you think it should get, or haven't gotten the engagement that you want, or haven't made you a sale. So you're procrastinating doing it, and you're saying, oh, well, I gotta work on this funnel. I got to work on this email. I got to work on the, you're finding other things to do. So having a DMO helps make sure that you're working on high income, high impact activities, and you're not giving yourself an excuse. Okay. It also reduces your overwhelm. So when you know exactly what you need to do every single day, it reduces your stress. It reduces your overwhelm. You can focus on one task at a time without feeling scattered. Right. And again, I told you guys I have a free resource for you, so stick with me. But I actually have some screenshots and some examples of ways that I track my DMO every day. Okay, so it's very important. All right, moving on. So what should your DMO include? So we've already established your DMO is your daily method of operations. What are you doing in your business every single day? Moving the needle, making sales, making impact. Right? Then we talked about why you should care about it, what's important. So what should you include in your DMO, right? Every single one of you that is on this training's DMO is going to look different. It's going to look different. So I have students in my academy that are bloggers. So obviously their DMO is not going to be the same as maybe someone who is doing, who's a Pinterest marketer, or, someone that's trying to grow on TikTok's DMO is not going to look the same as someone managing a Facebook group. It's going to look different. Okay. But some things to include. And again, I've got this in the resource for you guys. I'm gonna give you at the end. Start your day by reviewing your goals. Okay. So when you establish your DMO, and we're going to break this down in that resource of like daily DMO, monthly DMO, weekly DMO. When you establish your DMO, what are your goals for that time? Okay. So like right now, for instance, I have a new masterclass on August 7th. I posted about it in my group and I'll share about it at the end. But my biggest goal for this week was to make sure I got the funnel for that set up so you guys could get registered, make sure I got the emails set up. So when you do register, you get the link to join, all of that set up, right? So that was a goal for this week. Now, if I only worked on that this week and I didn't do my daily tasks, my business is going to suffer, right? My business is going to suffer. So that's why it's important to have a daily DMO, a monthly, a weekly. So you know what you're doing every single day. And then when you have those one-off projects, you can schedule them in. Okay. So like, yeah, your funnel might need an update. Yes, your emails might need an update. And that is important to your business. But if it's stopping you from getting your daily activity done, then it's going to hurt your business, not help it. So you should start by your goal setting. And I have my daily DMO. I have it in a tracking system. You can get it free. Like I said, I'll share that in the resource, but I look at that every single day. And I also have a plan for each day. So one thing that I do is at night, before I go to bed, before I put my phone on the charger, I look to see what's my schedule look like today, right? Or tomorrow. I'm sorry, tomorrow. So like last night, I looked to see, okay, I had my live training. I had a call with my coach today, and I have a connect call later this afternoon. So I need to know what time I need to wake up. Okay, I'm being real with you guys. If I don't have to set an alarm, I'm not going to. So I had a call with my coach this morning, so I knew I had to set an alarm today. Okay, but I did. So I looked to go ahead and say, what's tomorrow look like? And then I'll add, okay, I know between my call with my coach and my live training, I have 2 hours. I want to make a resource for the people that watch my live training. So I did that before this call. That's what I was doing. Instead of me saying, oh, well, I'm going to have to work on this. I had a plan. I went in today without a plan. You can do that every single day. You can sit down and say, okay, if I have extra 15 minutes today, where am I going to spend it? Right? So week, month, year. Guys, people that are making 7 figures online don't wake up and say, what am I going to post today? They have a plan. They know, okay, in January, I'm going to introduce this course. In March, I'm going to introduce this course. In February, I'm going to promote this. And they have a year-long plan. I'm not saying you have to get to that point yet, but you got to at least plan the day. Okay, you can't plan by the hour. All right. Your daily priorities. So other things to include in your DMO or your daily priorities. What are your top 3 to 5 priorities for the day? Right? Things that are going to make you money. They're going to move the needle. They're going to be an impact. So for me, priorities, my students, right? People that pay to work with me, they are a priority, right? They're a priority. So priorities for the day, my Social Success Academy students. So all of the resources they get. So they have Voxer access with me. We have a working Trello board. We'll work on their business together, like getting all of that done. My Social Success Club students, checking the club for notifications, questions thread, all of that. Those are priorities. My students and my customers come first. Then comes my marketing. That's how I get more students. That's how I get more customers, right? The organization and the playing in Canva and the new Instagram posts I made yesterday that were totally unnecessary, but I needed a creative outlet, that comes later after my other tasks are done. So you need to prioritize your tasks, okay? And then again, your income producing activities. Focus on activities that generate revenue. And if you don't know what these are, you need to get a mentor, okay? Because I can tell you right now, going and binge watching someone else's reels or someone else's TikToks, not helping you generate revenue. Engaging for an hour every day on Instagram, hoping that it'll trick your algorithm, not generating you any revenue. Okay, it's just not how it works. So you need to establish your income producing activities. And if you don't know what they are, you need to get a mentor to help you get that. Okay, so here's a couple tips for creating your DMO. I've got this really laid out in the resource I'm gonna give you guys too, like step-by-step action checklist, all right? So if you are looking to create a DMO or even evaluate the one you currently have, first and foremost, brain dump everything. Get it out, right? What gets written down gets done, okay? Brain dump it all. Because I can tell you right now, if you're sitting there creating a reel for your business, And while you're typing it or editing it, you're like, oh, I forgot to take the chicken out the oven, or oh my gosh, I got to check the bank account. And that's how you get distracted, right? That's how you get distracted. So brain dump everything, personal, professional, business, brain dump make your to-do list as long as you can do it. List it all out. Okay. Then compare it to your schedule. If you have 800 things on your to-do list or your DMO, and you only have 30 minutes a day to work your business, of course you're overwhelmed. Of course you're not getting anything done. You are stressed to the high horse because you look at that and you say, I can't do all that in 30 minutes. Oh my God. So compare it to your schedule, right? I very often, the system I use to track my DMO, when I put tasks in there that are like one-off, so maybe I need to check with Stripe about, a new setting they have or something like that, I will look in my calendar to see when I can do that. Order of importance, right? If it doesn't have to be done this second, then I'll say, okay, Friday is when I like to work on my personal tasks. I'm gonna put it on Friday. That way it's out of my brain and I'm not stressing about it today. Okay. You could put your personal on your DMO, your kids' things on your DMO, your calendar, whatever that looks like for you. Calculate your task time. So do you know how long it takes you to create a reel? Do you know how long it takes you to make a TikTok? Do you know how long it takes you to plan your content? You need to know these things. Because how can you schedule your day if you don't know, right? I know I create all of my content typically a month in advance, and it takes me approximately 3 minutes to edit the reel, put the text on the screen, and take out my caption from my pre-written plan and put it in Instagram. It takes me about 3 minutes, right? So I know it takes me about 3 minutes to film a TikTok. I'm pretty quick at them. So you need to know how long it takes you. If not, of course you're overwhelmed and you quit. And you get to the end of the day and you feel like, I did nothing today. I didn't make a sale. I didn't get enough done. You're beating yourself up. Okay. Implement for a week. So once you have your DMO, and like I said, I'm gonna give you guys a resource to help create that. Test it for a week. Start doing it 1 week at a time. Give yourself you can commit to a week. Okay. Write out your DMO, however you're going to track it, and do it every single day for a week. Then go back and say, okay, I either made progress this week or I didn't, and evaluate, right? You can also do what's called a time audit. These are a little bit harder for those of you that work a 9 to 5, but they're absolutely possible. Okay. And what a time audit looks like, I've done these before when I'm in a place in my business where I'm like, okay, I'm working more hours than normal and I'm not getting any different result. Why? I'll do a time audit. So wake up, it's like literally documenting everything you did for the day. And you can do it a couple days in a row. Woke up, fixed coffee, got the kids on the bus, sat down, checked emails, blah, blah, blah. And you'll be able to see where you wasted time if you're truthful with yourself. Most people fail at time audits because they're not honest with themselves. They're like, oh, work to my business. What did you do? Write it down. Okay. So it's a good best practice as well. And I have, like I said, in that resource, you guys, I have more information on that for you. All right. So some tips for mastering your DMO. I want you to take these into the resource I'm going to give you. Okay. So here are some tips for mastering it, whether you have one now or you're going to go create one after today's training. One, start small. Okay. So yes, I want you to brain dump. Yes, I want you to make a list of all the tasks you need to do so that you can kind of sift and sort, prioritize, but start really small. Okay. So what I mean by that is if you are just getting started, we have a lot of people asking what's a DMO. So your daily method of operations, the things that you're doing every single day for your business to make sales, to make impact, to generate like your action plan for the day. If you're new to having a DMO, start small. Okay. So if you just started your business, in the last 6 months and you have not mastered certain things yet, don't make a list of post 3 TikToks, post 3 reels, post on stories 25 times, make a Facebook post, post in 3 Facebook groups, answer DMs, answer comments. And like, if you're giving yourself so many tasks and you're not efficient at those tasks yet, you're going to overwhelm you. You're going to quit. Okay. So start small. You should also have this set to your time commitment. So if you're giving yourself an 8-hour DMO and you only have 1 hour a day, of course, you're not going to complete it. Okay. But as you do this, let's say you list out 10 tasks you need to do today for your business. If you practice that for a whole week and you're super consistent with it, it's going to get faster and you can add more. Okay. This is one reason I tell my students, like, I recommend you be on multiple social media platforms, because any platform could go down tomorrow and you don't have control over that. But I recommend they focus on growing one at a time. Okay. So this is really important when you're doing that, because if you're trying to grow on 15 platforms at one time, you're definitely not going to be efficient. Okay. Using a planner, whether it be a physical planner, a digital app, a tool, I prefer ClickUp and Trello. I use those two tools. Again, in that resource I'm going to give you guys, I share more about that and how to use them. I also use my calendar. Okay. My calendar is my life. All right. So, like, I'm not kidding. When my mom says, hey, can y'all come over for dinner? I say, send me a calendar invite. Like, I live by my calendar. And that's for a couple reasons. One, I want to make sure there's not stuff on my calendar that's not important. If my calendar is full, like packed, and I'm not passionate about what's on it, I want to remove things. Okay, I want to know. But it also holds me accountable, and it allows me to know how much time I have in my day. So if I have calls at, with my students at 10, and then maybe I have a call with my coach at 12, I know I got, a 1 hour window in between those two that I can work on XYZ. It holds me accountable. Okay. Setting reminders. We're not perfect. You're not going to remember everything. And when you do remember it, you're going to be in the shower and you're not going to have anything to write it down with. Okay. So set reminders. I have a reminder that goes off on my phone every single day for a certain time to do a certain task. When I am sitting here working on, maybe I'm deep into building a funnel and I know I have a call in 30 minutes, I tell Alexa, hey, set me a timer for this time. Look, she's about to go off, so that I don't miss that call. You're not perfect. Use all of these technology that you have at your fingertips, hold you accountable. Okay. Set reminders. Stay flexible. Life happens. Okay. Shit's going to happen. It's going to get in the way. Something unexpected, it's going to come up. Adjust, right? Adjust. So as a business owner, I don't know if anybody ever told you this, you might have to work late. You might have to work nights, especially in the beginning before you have VAs or a team or anything like that. If something comes up, my kid gets sick, I got to go get them from school. That takes 3 hours out of my day. I might have to make it up after, but I don't beat myself up. I come from a place of gratitude, saying I am grateful that I have the opportunity to go get my child from school, make sure they're okay, come back, get them settled, and then go back to work, right? I don't beat myself up. So stay flexible. Things are going to happen, okay? Life's going to happen. It's just how it is. And then share accountability. So one reason a lot of people aren't successful with their DMOs is they don't have anyone holding them accountable. So it's really easy for you to have all these tasks written down and then go, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'm going to start August 1st. Just like that diet, right? That's how it happens. Business is the same way. Okay. So if you don't have a mentor, you don't have some sort of mentorship, some sort of community, have a friend, get a business bestie, ask your husband, whatever, to hold you accountable and be honest with yourself. Because if you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice. And all you're going to do is continue to watch other people getting the results that you want. You're going to let it continue to beat you up. And you're going to continue to have imposter syndrome, shiny object syndrome, and think the grass is always greener somewhere else. Okay. In order to make changes in your business, the first place you have to look is here. Okay. That's just how it is. You have to be honest with yourself about, are you really doing the work? And if you are, and it's not working, what are you doing, or what are you willing to do to fix it? If you're not seeing the result that you want right now in your business, what are you willing to do to fix it? All right. So with that being said, as I told you guys, I have a free resource for you. So I have put together a DMO checklist of sorts. Okay. So giving you like a checklist of how to create your DMO, how to optimize your DMO, some of the platforms that I use. Like, I personally love ClickUp. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ClickUp, stick with me till the end too. I'm going to answer you guys questions. I see we have questions everywhere. I love ClickUp. You can get a free account. It doesn't cost you any money. And I use that diligently. I also use Trello. I use my account. So I'm giving you kind of a behind the scenes of my DMO in this checklist as well. So DM me DMO on IG, and I'll make sure you get that checklist. Okay. Just know if you DM me that right now on Instagram, it might be like an hour before I send it to you. So give me a second. Okay. Because I did not set up the trigger for it yet. I spent almost 2 hours creating it for you guys. So I haven't set up the trigger. So just DM me and I'm going to manually go in and get to you guys that get this. Okay. And then all I ask is that you once you get it, you respond to me and let me know if it helped you. That's all I want. Okay. I see people getting my free resources every single day. I see people getting my checklist, my automation guide, my digital marketing book, and very seldom do people come back and say this helped or it didn't help. I want your feedback. I wouldn't be live if I didn't. Okay. So that's all I ask. Just let me know if it helps. If it doesn't, I want to know that too, so I can get better. Okay. The second thing I want to tell you guys before I get to questions is I have a broadcast channel on IG in case you missed it. So every single day, apparently I didn't have enough on my DMO and I added something else, a broadcast channel. But I feel like this is something I get asked over and over and over is where do I find pre-trending audios? How do I know when Instagram has an update? Like I get these questions a lot in my DMs. And so just to kind of, bring everyone together and make sure everyone's supported, I now have a broadcast channel on IG. So every single day I'm going in there and I'm sharing something. I am sharing either a tip, a pre-trending audio. I'm sharing, some tips of things that I'm seeing from other creators. Like every single day I'm giving you some kind of value to help you grow on Instagram. Okay. So make sure you join that. And I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see how to join that. Okay. So if you look at my current Instagram and make sure you are on Socially Awesome. I know some of you follow Elise One Smith. That's my personal. That's a very, very old account. I'm there. I'm active. I'm answering DMs, but this is my business account. This is the one to follow. Okay. So if you click where my stand store is, you'll see it says broadcast channel right there. You can join right there. Okay. And every single day I am sharing some kind of Instagram value to you. Okay. So whether that be, like I said, a pre-trending audio that you can jump on quickly to help you get more reach, whatever. So it's free, doesn't cost you anything. All right. If you want to join the broadcast channel, do that. One question I did have about the broadcast channel is, can you ask questions in it? So no, a broadcast channel is strictly like me sending information to you. So you can't ask questions in it. It's just how Instagram has it set up. You can react and like it or love it or whatever to let me know you saw it. But it's actually better that way because if people could ask questions, then you wouldn't want to be in that group chat. It'd be blowing up. Right. So just know when you want to join or when you do join, you're not going to be blown up. Okay. It's not going to happen that way for you. All right. And then also the last thing I want to mention to you guys is the new masterclass. So this was voted on in my group. So if you're not already in my group, why you should be. Okay. But I asked for a vote in my Facebook group. I actually did a poll on IG as well, asking like, I haven't done a live masterclass in a while. What would you guys like to see from me? And I took a poll and the winner was from mastering your video content for profits. Okay. So from views to revenue. So if you missed the beginning of this training, I shared some of my success with you guys. I attribute 95% of my success to video content. So short form, long form like this, and making those my signature pieces of content. Obviously I make Facebook posts, I make stories, all of those things, but my video content is the reason my business has blown up the way it is and the reason it's a multi-six-figure business every year. Okay. So I am hosting this masterclass August 7th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is going to be recorded. So I know I have a lot of friends over the pond. I have a lot of friends in Australia. You know, that time is probably not good for you. So it is recorded. It is $7. Okay. So I don't want anybody to come back and be like, it's not free. No, it is $7 for this masterclass. And the reason I charge $7, the price of a coffee, is because you are more invested when you put money on the table. Period. The end. I'm being honest. That's the whole strategy. You are more likely to show up. You are more likely to watch the replay. You're more likely to actually take what I teach you and go implement it, even just $7. Because I do these trainings every single week. And I do get a lot of people that say these are valuable, these are helpful. Are you actually implementing what you're learning? Right? A lot of times it's a no. So I charge $7 for it. Okay. I am going to, this is the top masterclass I think I've ever done. And with it, you will get access to the replay in the back office. I also have some of my best like resources and video editing, and I'm giving some tips and trainings on that in the back office you'll have access to. And then I'll have some resources and templates for you to use that I'll also give you during the masterclass. Okay, so when you register for this, you will get an email that tells you you're registered with the link. It is private on Google Meet. It's not on Facebook Live. Okay, so you do have to have the link, and you'll get an automated email that lets you know you've registered. You'll be getting a login, and you'll be able to log into my back office. Okay, so if you are on Instagram or Facebook, drop the word revenue in the comments, and I'll make sure you get the link to register. Okay, if you're on TikTok, you can go to my Stand Store and register. It's $7. Okay. August 6th at 6 p.m. from views to revenue. I'm so excited. I've already started working on the curriculum for it, and it's going to be amazing. Okay, it's going to be amazing. So I really hope I see you there. It is limited. I hope we sell out. It's limited to 250 seats. That's as many people I can let on a Google Meet at a time. And I hope it sells out, because this is going to be the best masterclass I've had in a long time, because I've already started working on the curriculum. So let me answer you guys' questions, and I'll let you go. Let's see. I'm looking on Instagram to see what questions you guys have. Let's see. I just can't seem to know where to start after the niche is decided. An actual step-by-step would be super helpful. Yeah, so drop DMO if you didn't already, and I'll make sure that you get the checklist after this call. That way you can have that step-by-step. So all right, Instagram, I'm gonna let you guys go and answer the questions on Facebook and on TikTok. If you didn't get the DMO, drop DMO, and we'll make sure that you get that. And I'll see you guys in the masterclass. All right, so on Facebook we have, let's see, Nancy said, I work during naps and from 9 to 1 with the kids. Yeah. So your DMO is not going to be like a consistent 8-hour workday, right? And that is the beauty of being an online entrepreneur, is that you can work a couple hours here, work a couple hours there. But if you don't have a plan, you're going to really struggle with making sure that you're getting it all done, right? So let's see. Crystal says, I needed this today. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you. Paula, will this be added into the club? You mean this training specifically? I can add this to the club. Yeah, I can put this in the back office of the club, and then of course the guide as well. So I'll probably put it in both the club and the academy, just so my students have access to it as well. All right, Facebook, I'm gonna let you guys go and then answer the questions on TikTok. If you need, yeah, Paula, I'll do that for you guys. If you want the checklist, drop DMO in the comments on Facebook, and I'll make sure that you get that free resource. If you haven't already registered for the masterclass, drop revenue in the comments, and we'll make sure you get the link to register. And TikTok, I'm coming to answer you guys' questions now. So bye, guys. I will see you all next week.